Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about The Hunt. The Hunt is an action/thriller directed by Craig Zobel. He's done a handful of movies, nothing crazy. The cast is okay. So many of them get killed off that there's basically only Betty Gilpin and Hilary Swank. Betty Gilpin is from The Grudge and Coffee and Kareem, and you'll probably know Hilary Swank from Million Dollar Baby. Short intro, but there's nothing much going on if I'm being honest. What is this movie about? So it's set in the present. Some rich people seemingly get bored and organize a human hunt. Basically, they abduct some random civilians and drop them off in a forest. Then the rich people come and hunt them down with various weapons like drones and traps and all that stuff. All the victims get annihilated except for our star, Crystal. She's seen doing some leaf thing in the water earlier, I'm assuming to get north or whatever. And she starts killing off some rich people. So we've got a Rambo on our hands. She hops on a train, which is just there somehow. The train stops by a real army, apparently. It turns out that they're in Bosnia. This bugged me. I don't even know why they're in another country if they're a bunch of rich people. They can just afford a giant piece of land in America. Just putting that out there. Then a fake American ambassador comes to the rescue, but she obviously looks through that and kills him. She runs into a few survivors. And she starts telling one survivor a story about the tortoise and the hare, just in a different way. Hare runs very fast, but then slow and steady wins the race, kind of thing. And this survivor is reacting to the story like a fucking child. Oh, and then the tortoise fell, and then he's like smiling and nodding. It's so cringe. Crystal eventually reaches the rich people, and she sneaks up on them. Crystal shoots a guy with a pistol in the head and blows his head off. Thank goodness that's not how that works. Then her little one-liner is, "Hey bitch." She kills a bunch of dudes, and they're those stupid henchmen who just walk towards her and don't shoot. There's an arrow shot landing next to her head cliche, and here she lets out the weirdest noise in the world. Is this a kid's movie? No, there's gore. It's got to be a joke then. There's that the hero and the henchman both look at the gun on the ground, then they look at each other, and then they both go for the gun at the same time, and of course the hero gets the gun. Cliche. Happens a lot. The action scenes here are really lame, by the way. I don't know if you could tell. I wish I could show you more, but I don't want to get striked or anything. Eventually, she kills everyone except for Athena, which is like the leader coordinating everything. Flashback time. It turns out that the text in the beginning about hunting humans was actually a joke. And these rich people don't actually have an annual hunt. Those texts got leaked, and rich people got fired. So what's the most sane thing you can possibly do next? You're right. Go capture the people talking about it and hunt them for sports. What? So they joked about it, apparently, and then actually did it. It makes zero sense, and they even call this out in the dialogue later. It's so stupid. So information was leaked, and they start killing the people that publicly called it out. It's so obvious that it's stupid. So Crystal goes to Athena's mansion. Athena starts her villain monologue. Yeah, another cliche. This is where they call out the rich people for being stupid. It's almost like they're showing us in our face how stupid the plot is. They have another really badly executed fight. I'm going to mention a few highlights. Number one, they swing those dangling lights at each other. Number two, Athena points like a butane torch at her. The solution to that is to body slam her, obviously. Three, Athena grabs a shotgun. There's a whole bit about this. There's no way she can lose now, right? Just kidding, she doesn't even reload the thing. So Crystal ran up the stairs. Athena could have reloaded the gun in plenty of time and aimed it while going up, but no, she goes up the stairs while reloading it and obviously doesn't finish in time, and Crystal just knocks it away or whatever. 4, Crystal tries to do the cloth or fabric versus knife trope and fails, so why the fuck is that even there? 5, the grand finale, Athena stabs Crystal a million times, and obviously Crystal's losing the fight. She doesn't even get a hit on her. Crystal seems to have way worse injuries with those many stab wounds, but she stabs Athena once with a much smaller blade, and Athena dies immediately. Cool. Then Crystal gets on a plane to leave, and that's the movie. Oh, what a mess. Holy shit. I can't tell if this is a serious movie or not. It's not funny enough to be a comedy. I mean, it does give us gags and jokes during intense moments, gory moments, but all of the action is just regular action with a joke once in a while. It's just, the whole vibe is off. I don't like it. Then I looked it up, and this is supposed to be political satire. Right, that makes more sense. That's why it's so shit. The dialogue is almost laughable. It's trying to be funny with a bunch of jokes, and they don't land. They swear constantly, they argue amongst each other about misgendering, political views, racism. It's not fun to watch. It's annoying, it's distasteful. I didn't mention this, but the one-liners in this movie are really cliche and annoying. There's lots of gore. The CGI is not the best. Actually, I'd say it's pretty bad. The sound effects are way too loud in my opinion. Especially the guts and the flesh things with the gore. It's too loud. Lower the fucking volume on that, please. The music is okay. Other comments online say that they're actually good. Sorry that I didn't notice that over the sound of splatting guts on the ground. The final nail in the coffin that made this movie unbearable is the acting. Everyone's acting was so bad. I think there are some familiar faces that you might recognize that I didn't mention, but even they did it badly. Like, especially Crystal, despite her being the main character, she looked bored all the time. She pulled really annoying faces. She made cringy fucking noises at random. The whole thing was just a complete disaster. So this movie is a satire, right? Get Smart is a great satire poking fun at the spy genre, squeezing in as many jokes and gags as possible. Satire is usually funny, and it's supposed to be like a smart little jab here, clever remarks there. But in The Hunt, everything was so in your face. They said all of their political views directly and they were arguing. It came off as like inviting those guys to a party, and they constantly bring up politics looking for an argument. It was the opposite of fun. It was actually really bad. I do have a suggestion as to what would make this movie better. I have options this time. Option 1 is to make it funnier. I don't know enough about politics to suggest any jokes, but actually try. Option 2, either make it funnier or leave out the jokes altogether. I mentioned Get Smart earlier. That's the funny side. On the other side of the coin, Don't Look Up is a satire too. It takes a much more serious approach with the joke here and there. So either a more serious take with a message or a laugh a minute. Those are your two options. The Hunt didn't do either, and it failed miserably. So with all that being said, I give this movie a 5 out of 10. The acting and writing was absolutely abysmal. The swearing and the gore just pushed it to be even more annoying to watch. And it's not even funny. So I would absolutely not recommend this movie to anyone. Side rant. They explained that Athena called Crystal Snowflake, apparently in reference to Animal Farm. They also released a pig onto the battlefield at one point. The reference to Animal Farm doesn't make any sense in like the context of the movie. It's not funny either. It just seems so personal, but there's like nothing there. That just bugged me. Like I'm writing this now. I would have given them a 6 if there was some hidden meaning somewhere, like they tried, but no, nothing. Anyway, on to the next one. Hey, that can't be all good, right? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.